welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you are new. So this is the Christmas card once a month, where every last day of the month I post a card of the theme of Christmas. So I'm using my Told Slimline card bases, which will be linked in my description, and I'm taking this Slimline PINECONES by WHIMSY. Now I saw this a couple of days after Christmas had happened, and I was like, you know what, despite waiting until like October when I start to buy new Christmas stamps, I am gonna purchase them once a month when I want to. That way, if when Christmas comes they're not in stock, I'm not gonna be too upset about it like normal. So yeah, this is actually a really simple card. It took me less than 10 minutes to create it, so I definitely recommend maybe buying the stamp if you want to create a Christmas card in batch, because it is so simple. So like, I didn't even use my stamping positioner to help me this time. I was just like, you know what, we're gonna wing it. So I taped the inside of my card and the back of my card down, so when I did stamp it didn't move from my table. So this card is actually inspired by one that I saw over on Google, so I will link to the original post down below, but they did do a few things differently and different products and stuff, so it's not exactly the same, but it is quite similar. So I did end up taking the little circle stamp from the Piece of My Heart by FAWN stamp, because I realized when I was looking at the photos, a lot of the photos come with this like little berry, and I was like, why is that not in the stamp? So I'm presuming it's come from a different stamp set, and they just paired it with that, but it never actually specified in the blog posts that I read, so I had to think on my feet, and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, let's see if this works. So I ended up using the little circle from the Piece of My Heart, which I think is supposed to resemble like pepperoni or something like that. But yeah, so this is a challenge I set myself. You know, if you followed me for a while or you're subscribed to my channel, you'll know that every December I will do a continuous amount of cards, and last year I decided that I wasn't going to post, you know, Christmas cards every day of December, because quite frankly I wasn't inspired to do it anymore. Secondly, I noticed a lot of people weren't watching the videos all the way to the end because they were just getting really long and repetitive, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna limit it down a bit. So I think I only created like 2 to 3 cards a week depending on how I felt. So this is a challenge that I set myself, so when Christmas comes around I'm not looking for Christmas cards. I already have a load done, that way I can just get them sent out a bit earlier, especially if we have the issue like we did last year. So I don't know if anybody else is aware, but in the UK our main postal service is called Royal Mail, and Royal Mail posting dates are normally quite late in December for posting cards internationally and to the UK. So normally I want to say roughly at the end on like the 22nd for the last postal service to be shipped out and there before Christmas, but last year it actually was the 16th of December, which is quite soon considering like the normal time. So a lot of people didn't get their Christmas cards before Christmas, especially with the backlog of all deliveries and stuff because of all the strikes and everything, which was quite annoying. So that's another reason why I decided to start doing the Christmas once a month, so I can start sending Christmas cards out maybe the end of November, that way they get there in time. But I actually love how this card turned out. I know it's very simple, but I think even just leaving it like this and adding some embellishments would have worked as well. We would have had that, how do you pronounce it? Is it monochromic or monochrome? I don't know how you pronounce it, where everything's like black and white and you just have a few bits of pops of color, which is what I ended up bringing this little stamp in for. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you do, make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow me on Instagram. If you want to purchase this card, you can go and buy it on my WhatsApp page. And also guys, I literally just did the Work With What You Have HOP collaboration, which was actually run from January all the way up until the end of February, and I think there's a lot of people that are now inspired to keep going through their supplies and finding things that they've not used. So a lot of people wanted to extend it a bit further, but I think that defeated the objective of having it as a hop for 1 month. You know, we already extended it for, you know, an extra month. So there are going to be a couple more hops and collabs along the way for different themes. So be heading over to Instagram if you want to see those and if you want to be a part of those. But I'm going to insert some music and I'm going to speed this up. But I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.